very good afternoon to all of you. I have the pleasure of taking your post-lunch session today, and I'm sure I have somebody to thank here in the management for giving me such a highly coveted session with such motivated students. Post-lunch is always hard, and I think post-college is even harder. So today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about 3 key rules to business sustainability. Now these are not set in stone, and these are not things that you can find by Googling them or by checking your textbooks. These are things that I've made up off the top of my head for your session because I think that these are relevant. Before I begin, I'd like to talk a little bit about business and sustainability. See, to me, business can never be unsustainable. It's an oxymoron. If I were to use the word unsustainable business, it's almost like saying unsuccessful loyalite. I mean, there can never be an unsuccessful loyalite. So, all loyalites are successful by default of passing out of these colleges. And all of you are successful because I hear that we have students from SRM and we have students from JBAS as well. So let's not discriminate on loyalty. So business as a whole can never be unsustainable. Why is that so? If you have read books like books by the Fountainhead, by Ayn Rand, you would always have noticed that there is always one thing that has sustained our society from the beginning, and that is business. See, politicians may come and go, governments may rise and fall, but business is something that we've always been doing and we will continue to do. If a business is not sustainable, then that business will not continue, and therefore it cannot even be called a business in the first place. Therefore, I always say to everybody that business by its very nature is sustainable. If it were not so, we would not have survived for these 2,000 odd years that we've been here. Unsustainable businesses are just that, fads. See, if you make a lot of money in a short period of time and you make yourself very rich, you make a couple of people very happy, you've not run a business, you created a fad. And like all fads, they will fade. So let's talk a little bit more about these 3 rules of business sustainability. There are, in my mind, only 3 rules in order to make a business sustainable. Now I understand that half of you may never run your own businesses. You may not become entrepreneurs, you may not become business owners, but you will definitely work in an organization, you will definitely be managers, you will definitely be employees for somebody else, and a couple of you may become entrepreneurs. But whether you're an entrepreneur, or whether you're a business owner, or whether you're a manager or an employee, these rules are relevant to you. So what are these 3 rules? The first one of them is enjoy what you do. The second rule of sustainable business is take breaks. Okay? And the third reason of sustainable business, any guesses? Think long term. That's the third rule of business sustainability. So over the next 10-15 minutes or so, let me try and explain these 3 rules as I understood them. The first one, as I told you, is enjoy what you do. In business, there will be a lot of problems. And I don't know about you, a couple of you are optimists and a couple of you are pessimists, but I personally am quite pessimistic towards life. I think that a lot of things that can go wrong probably will go wrong. And if they don't go wrong, that's a bonus, but they probably will. And if those things go wrong, and they will, and you don't like what you are doing, then you will never succeed. And you will never be able to continue this for a long time. You go to your first job interview, you don't get the right job. If you get disheartened right then your entire career is finished. You start a business, you don't get the first customer. And if you don't enjoy doing your business, if you get disappointed because you didn't get your first customer, then your entire business has gone for a toss right there. At any given point of time, you must enjoy what you do. There's a really great entrepreneur, great CEO, Steve Jobs. Many of you might use a couple of his products. He always said that in the morning when you get up, you need to be able to look into the mirror and say, hey, this is a person who is doing something that he likes. And if you're not able to say that for any sustained period of time, then you have to change what you're doing. Because that is unsustainable business right there. You have to love what you're doing and do what you love. If you don't do this, you will fail. Take it from me, there is no other way of doing life without loving it. Your first job should not be the job that you choose because it pays you a lot. Should not be the job that you choose because it's fancy, because all your friends want it. It should be the job that you choose because you love that particular field. If you choose a job that pays you some money, the next job will pay you more money and therefore you shift that job. But you know the rule about money. The more that you have in money, the more you will spend. And therefore you will have even less money than you started out. The second important rule of business sustainability, what is it? Take breaks. Now a lot of people don't really appreciate this at all again. And I know that even I, at the time when I actually started business, didn't appreciate this rule that taking breaks is important. How many of you know Arianna Huffington? From the Huffington Post. A couple of you may know her. You might have read a couple of her papers as well. She runs something called the Huffington Post, and she has this really interesting speech that she gives at one of those TED Talks. I think you should watch it sometime if you have a chance on YouTube. So how does this go? She says, and I quote, that in America and states, it is very fashionable for men, not women, for men to say, I don't sleep at all. I have so much of work that I don't sleep. I have work that stretches till 12 o'clock at night, then I sleep for 1 hour, then I get up and I take a call with my Indian counterpart, then I take a call with my UK counterpart, then I take a call with my Australian counterpart, and my whole day is gone. They say it's very fashionable. You know how it is, right? So we have all of us are students in some point of time, and you know it's very fancy if you go and say, Machan, the exam was so tough, I didn't sleep the whole night, I woke up in the middle of the night and was studying. That's very fancy that people say, isn't it? Because we're college students, we like to say it. And men especially, as men we say that match was so difficult, I broke my hand but I still went and played that cricket game. That's not smart, right? If you are doing damage to yourself in order to achieve something that you think is important in the short term, then you are doing more damage to yourself by achieving it than you would by not achieving it. It is important that you take breaks. Only then can you be sustainable. See, you're not thinking about this in a couple of days, a couple of months, a couple of years. You're thinking about this in 10 years, 20 years. If you continue doing what you're doing right now, at the speed at which you're doing it, then you will never last beyond the first 1 year or 2 years. It's important for you to sleep. The same Arianna Huffington in her speech says, the Titanic would have never sunk had it been captained by a woman. Because a woman would have been sleeping properly and she would have got up in time to save the ship. But a man, he never sleeps. He goes on working all the time, day and night, right? And that's really bad for you in the long run. If you want to run a sustainable business, if you want to work in a sustainable company, if you want to have a sustainable job, you should take breaks. Go out, eat the food that you want to eat. Go watch a movie that you want to watch. Go with your friends, talk to them. See, I'm not saying be lazy. I'm saying get your work done. Your work done, that's important. But at the same time, you have to take breaks. And only if you take breaks can you keep at this for the long run. What's the third point that I said about business sustainability?
Thinking long term.
Thinking long term. Now, a lot of students are very awestruck by the kind of companies that are coming out today. You know, quick billionaires like Instagram. How many of you know Instagram? Everybody's on Instagram, they're always Instagramming. 2 years, okay? That's all it took. So the company was started, 2 years later, Facebook buys it for $1 billion. It's such a rosy story, isn't it? It's like anybody who has a computer and who can build an application and somehow Facebook will come and buy it for $1 billion and you'll become a billionaire. But those kind of stories are stories and they are rare. You keep that in mind. It's not that you have to think of 1 month, 2 months, this quarter, next quarter. You should think of this year, next year, the year after next. Only if you are able to think long term will you be able to be sustainable. So you can say that here's a very common situation that I see a lot of students facing themselves into. Now when you finish your college, you may get a job or you may not get a job. Now what happens when you don't get a job? Everybody puts a lot of pressure on you. There's a lot of pressure. Your parents are asking, is there something wrong with the boy? And then your aunts and your uncles who have no business in your life whatsoever, but will come very importantly at that point of time only and say, "Ennachu, find a job clear." Okay, so that lot of pressure comes out for you at that point of time. Everybody wants to know why you've not got your job. And then what do? You go on to Naukri, you go on LinkedIn, you go to Monster Jobs, you find every job and click apply. And then hopefully somebody will call you. Usually nobody calls you. And after some time, if somebody does call you, even if it's the wrong job for you, you'll be like, "Abba, I've got a job. Let me take this job and then I'll work at this for another maybe 3-4 months. By that time I'll find another job and I'll quit and go there." Right? And that's not thinking long term at all. If you take that first job and you quit it in 3 months, you will put yourself into this vicious cycle where you just be quitting job after job after job after job until your career will look like a chessboard. It will not at all look good on your resume. You have to think long term. When you start a business or when you become a manager, think about this. Can you do this indefinitely for the next year? Then that's good. If you can you do this indefinitely for the next 5 years, that's pretty good. Can you do this indefinitely for the next 10 years? That's pretty good too. So if you're able to think of it in that term alone, then do it. Otherwise, don't waste your time. See, it's not like college is only for 1 day, right? Technically, I think a lot of students will agree with me. They can teach you whatever it is that they're teaching you in your course within 1 month and finish off the entire course. Because that same content is spread across 3 years. Why is it spread across 3 years? It's not because the college wants to make more money. It's not because they have to employ teachers and they have to teach you for 3 years. It's because you have to think long term. Some maturity will come to you between the first year of your college and the third year of your college. You cannot be taught whatever it is you'll be taught in third year, in first year, and then somehow expect to be successful in life. You need to have that maturity come to you, and for that maturity to come to you, you need to think long term. I'd like to end on one note. See, a lot of people use this test. They use the test of single constants. What is this test? They say that there is only one constant in life. Everything else is variable. Okay? When I ask you, okay sir, what's the most important thing in your life? You can't say, this is important, but this is also more important, and this is also a little bit more important, and these three are also more important. There is no all of the above option. There is only one choice and one constant. If you have to make it the right choice to happen. Therefore, if somebody were to ask me, okay sir, you've spoken for the last 10-15 minutes or so, and you need to make the choice. What is the most important rule for business sustainability? You've given students 3 rules. You've said the first rule is enjoy what you do. The second rule is what? Take breaks. And the third rule is what? Okay, so my question to you first, what do you think is the most important rule of all of these? Perfect. Right. And that is the most important rule of any business. Okay, so I'm going to end this speech on this one single note. They say that love is the most important thing in the world, right? There is love one another as I have loved you, and all of those important sayings that they teach you in the Bible and they teach you in catechism class and moral science and all that. But they all have this one message, that is love. You need to love what you do. If you don't love it, don't do it. Okay? Don't do it because somebody else loves it. If your father is a chartered accountant, doesn't mean you have to become a chartered accountant. He loves chartered accountancy. You don't love chartered accountancy. You love orange soda. Right? So think about what you love and pursue that one loved thing. If you don't do this, you will regret for life. And if you do this, I promise you, you will be successful. Thank you.